20 black stars, whose final public moments shocked the world. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand before thousands of cheering fans only for that moment to become your last? In today's video, we're uncovering the heartbreaking stories of black entertainers whose final public appearances shocked the world. From legendary performers who collapsed under the spotlight to rising stars whose promising futures ended far too soon, these stories are emotional, inspiring, and unforgettable. Some of these final moments were witnessed by thousands, while others left fans searching for answers years later. Before we begin, tell us in the comments which story you remember most, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Golden Black Legends for more powerful journeys through Black history, music, and culture. Lucky Dube. Lucky Dube was more than a reggae star. He was one of Africa's most powerful musical voices. Born in South Africa in 1964, he grew up during apartheid, an era marked by racial division and political tension. Those experiences would later shape the message behind his music. Although he began his career performing mbaqanga, a traditional South African style, he eventually transitioned to reggae after being inspired by artists like Bob Marley. The change transformed his career and helped him reach audiences around the world. During the late 1980s and 1990s, Dube became an international sensation. Albums such as Prisoner Victims and House of Exile sold millions of copies and established him as one of the best-selling African musicians of all time. His songs addressed injustice, poverty, racism, and the need for unity. Unlike many performers who focused primarily on entertainment, Dube used music as a platform to inspire change. His concerts attracted enormous crowds, and fans often viewed him as both an artist and a spokesman for hope. Despite his fame, Dube remained deeply connected to his family and community. Tragically, his life ended on October 18, 2007, while driving in Johannesburg with two of his children. He became the victim of a carjacking. The attackers opened fire, killing him at the age of 43. The shocking crime devastated South Africa and sent waves of grief throughout the global reggae community. News of his death dominated headlines, and tributes arrived from political leaders, fellow musicians, and millions of fans. Many saw his loss as the silencing of a voice that had spent decades promoting peace and understanding. Today, Lucky Dube's music continues to inspire listeners around the world. His message remains timeless, reminding people that courage, unity, and hope can survive even the darkest moments. Though his life was cut short, his influence remains as powerful as ever. Fatman Scoop. Fatman Scoop built a career around one thing: energy. Born Isaac Freeman III in New York City in 1971, he became one of hip-hop's most recognizable hype men. Thanks to his booming voice, infectious enthusiasm, and unmatched ability to excite a crowd. While many artists earned fame through rapping or singing, Fatman Scoop created his own lane by turning audience engagement into a signature skill. His larger-than-life personality made him impossible to ignore. His breakthrough came with the global hit Be Faithful, a club anthem that became a staple at parties, sporting events, and nightclubs around the world. The song introduced millions of listeners to his unmistakable voice and transformed him into an international figure. Over the years, he collaborated with major artists, appeared on television programs, hosted radio shows, and performed at countless live events. Wherever he went, he brought the same passion and excitement that made audiences love him. Fans often described Fatman Scoop's performances as celebrations rather than concerts. He understood how to connect with people and create unforgettable moments. Even after decades in the industry, his enthusiasm never seemed to fade. He remained committed to entertaining crowds and giving every performance his full energy. That dedication was evident during the final chapter of his life. In August 2024, while performing live before an audience, Fatman Scoop suddenly collapsed on stage. Despite immediate medical assistance, he later passed away at the age of 53. The heartbreaking incident shocked fans worldwide, because it happened while he was doing exactly what he loved most. The news spread rapidly throughout the music industry, prompting tributes from fellow artists and admirers across the globe. Many remembered not only his music but also the joy he brought to every stage he stepped onto. Today, Fat Man Scoop's legacy lives on through his recordings, performances, and unforgettable voice. His final moments reflected the same passion that defined his entire career, a performer giving everything he had to the audience he loved. Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba was far more than a singer. She became a global symbol of African pride, freedom, and resilience during some of the most turbulent decades of the 20th century. Born in Johannesburg, South Africa in 1932, Makeba rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most recognizable voices in world music. Her unique blend of African melodies, jazz influences, and powerful storytelling captivated audiences across continents. Songs such as Pata Pata introduced millions of listeners to African music, while her activism brought international attention to the injustices of apartheid. For decades, Makeba used her platform to speak against racial segregation in South Africa. Her outspoken criticism of apartheid led the South African government to revoke her passport, forcing her into exile for more than 30 years. Despite being separated from her homeland, she continued performing worldwide, becoming known as Mama Africa. Through concerts, speeches, and humanitarian work, she transformed music into a tool for awareness and change. Even in her 70s, Makeba remained active on stage. On November 9, 2008, she performed at a concert in Italy, organized to support anti-racism efforts. The event reflected the same values she had championed throughout her life. After completing her performance and receiving applause from the audience, Makeba suddenly became ill backstage. She suffered a cardiac arrest and passed away at the age of 76. The news shocked fans around the world. Tributes poured in from political leaders, musicians, and admirers who recognized her immense cultural influence. Many reflected on the remarkable fact that she spent her final evening supporting a cause she deeply believed in. Today, Miriam Makeba's legacy extends far beyond music. She helped bring African culture to a global audience while fearlessly confronting injustice. Her voice inspired generations, and her commitment to equality never wavered. Even in her final moments, she remained dedicated to using her talent in service of others, ensuring that her influence would continue long after the music ended. Johnny Guitar Watson. Johnny Guitar Watson built one of the most fascinating careers in American music history. Born in Houston, Texas in 1935, he began performing as a child and quickly developed a reputation as a gifted guitarist. Over the years, Watson became known for his electrifying stage presence, innovative playing style, and ability to blend blues, soul, funk, and R&B into a sound uniquely his own. Long before many modern artists embraced theatrical performances, Watson was already pushing boundaries with his charisma and creativity. During the 1950s and 1960s, he earned respect as a blues musician, but his career reached new heights in the 1970s when he successfully reinvented himself as a funk artist. Songs such as A Real Mother for Ya introduced him to a new generation of fans and influenced countless musicians who followed. His impact could later be heard in hip-hop, funk, and contemporary R&B. Artists across multiple genres cited him as an inspiration. What made Watson special was his ability to connect with audiences. Whether performing in a small club or a large concert hall, he delivered every show with remarkable energy. Fans admired not only his technical skill, but also his sense of humor and showmanship. Decades after first entering the music industry, he remained a powerful live performer. On May 17, 1996, Watson was performing in Yokohama, Japan, when tragedy struck. During the concert, he suddenly collapsed on stage after reportedly telling the audience, "I'm not feeling well." Despite efforts to help him, he passed away from a heart attack at the age of 61. The shocking incident stunned fans and fellow musicians. Watson died doing what he loved most, performing for an audience. His passing marked the end of a remarkable career, but his influence remains alive through the countless artists inspired by his work. Today, Johnny Guitar Watson is remembered as a pioneer whose creativity helped shape modern music. His final performance became a poignant reminder of a life devoted entirely to his craft. Costa Titch. Costa Titch emerged as one of South Africa's most exciting young music stars, blending rap dance and amapiano influences into a style that resonated with a new generation. Born Konstantinos Tsobanoglu in 1995, he developed a passion for performance at an early age. Originally known for his dance abilities, he gradually transitioned into music and quickly built a loyal following. His energetic stage presence, catchy songs, and distinctive sound helped him become one of the country's fastest rising artists. As his popularity grew, Costa Titch achieved major commercial success. Tracks such as Big Flexa attracted millions of streams and transformed him into a household name across South Africa. His music crossed cultural boundaries, bringing together diverse audiences and helping introduce amapiano-inspired sounds to international listeners. Industry experts viewed him as one of the brightest talents of his generation. What set Costa Titch apart was the intensity he brought to live performances. He treated every appearance as an opportunity to connect with fans through movement, enthusiasm, and authenticity. Concertgoers often praised the energy he created on stage. His shows felt more like celebrations than traditional performances. Tragically, that same passion was present during his final public appearance. On March 11, 2023, Costa Titch was performing at the Ultra South Africa Music Festival in Johannesburg. During the performance, he appeared to stumble before briefly recovering and continuing the show. Moments later, he collapsed again in front of the audience. Despite emergency assistance, he passed away at just 28 years old. The heartbreaking incident sent shockwaves throughout South Africa and beyond. Fans struggled to comprehend how a young artist in the prime of his career could be gone so suddenly. Tributes flooded social media as fellow musicians, celebrities, and supporters remembered his talent and potential. Although his life was tragically short, Costa Titch left a lasting impact on modern South African music. His story remains a reminder of both the excitement and fragility of life. Even today, his music continues to inspire fans who remember the extraordinary energy he brought to every stage. Red Fox. Red Fox spent decades making audiences laugh, becoming one of the most influential comedians in American entertainment history. Born John Elroy Sanford in St. Louis, Missouri in 1922, he built his reputation through stand-up comedy long before television made him a household name. During the 1950s and 1960s, his comedy albums became enormously popular, earning him the nickname the King of the Party Records. His sharp wit, fearless humor, and unique storytelling style influenced generations of comedians who followed. However, it was his role as Fred Sanford on the hit television series Sanford and Son that transformed him into a cultural icon. Throughout the 1970s, Fox became one of television's biggest stars. Millions of viewers tuned in weekly to watch his unforgettable performances. Even after the show's success, he continued working tirelessly in television, film, and live entertainment. Despite facing financial and professional challenges at various points in his career, Fox remained committed to performing and entertaining audiences. On October 11, 1991, while rehearsing on the set of the television sitcom, the royal family tragedy struck. During a break in rehearsals, Fox suddenly collapsed. At first, some people believed he was joking because he often pretended to suffer heart attacks as part of his comedy routines. Unfortunately, this time was different. He had suffered a massive heart attack. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he passed away at the age of 68. The news shocked Hollywood and devastated fans who had grown up watching him. Many fellow comedians credited Fox with helping open doors for black entertainers during a period when opportunities were limited. His influence extended far beyond television, shaping the future of stand-up comedy itself. Today, Red Fox remains a legendary figure whose humor continues to inspire performers around the world. His final moments came while he was still doing what he loved most, working in entertainment. His legacy lives on through countless comedians who continue to draw inspiration from his groundbreaking career and fearless approach to comedy. Mika Ben. Mika Ben's career was built on passion, versatility, and a deep connection with Haitian music. Born Michael Benjamin in Port-au-Prince, Haiti in 1981, he grew up surrounded by creativity and artistic influence. The son of renowned Haitian singer Lionel Benjamin, Mika Ben inherited both musical talent and a love for performance. Over the years, he developed into one of Haiti's most respected artists, known for blending compa-zouk, reggae, and contemporary sounds into a style that resonated with audiences across the Caribbean and beyond. His music reflected both cultural pride and emotional depth. Songs such as Haiti Se and numerous collaborations with leading Haitian performers helped establish him as a major figure in modern Haitian entertainment. Fans admired his smooth vocals, songwriting ability, and commitment to promoting Haitian culture on the international stage. Whether performing solo or with groups, Mika Ben consistently delivered memorable performances filled with energy and emotion. By 2022, he remained one of the most beloved musicians in the Haitian community. On October 15th of that year, he appeared at a concert in Paris alongside the popular Haitian band Karimi during a highly anticipated reunion event. Thousands of fans packed the venue to witness the historic performance. The atmosphere was electric as audiences celebrated the return of one of Haiti's most iconic musical groups. Shortly after leaving the stage following his performance, Mika Ben suddenly collapsed backstage. Emergency personnel responded immediately, but despite efforts to save him, he passed away at the age of 41. Reports later indicated that he had suffered a cardiac event. The heartbreaking news spread rapidly across Haiti and throughout the global Haitian diaspora. Tributes poured in from fellow musicians, political leaders, and grieving fans. Many struggled to accept that a performer who had brought so much joy could be gone so suddenly. Today, Mika Ben's music continues to inspire listeners around the world. His final performance remains a powerful reminder of a talented artist whose voice, creativity, and cultural impact will never be forgotten. MC Daleste. MC Daleste's story remains one of the most tragic chapters in Brazilian music history. Born Daniel Pellegrin in São Paulo, Brazil in 1992, he emerged as one of the brightest young stars in the Funk Paulista movement. Raised in a challenging environment, Daleste turned to music as a way to express his experiences and connect with young listeners facing similar struggles. His songs quickly gained popularity through social media and local performances, helping him build a devoted fan base across Brazil. Unlike many mainstream artists, Daleste's music reflected the realities of life in working-class communities. His lyrics often explored ambition, hardship, and the desire for a better future. Young fans connected with his authenticity and viewed him as a voice for a generation often overlooked by traditional media. As his popularity grew, so did his influence within Brazil's music scene. By 2013, MC Daleste was considered one of the most promising artists in funk music. Concerts regularly attracted large crowds, and his career appeared to be entering an exciting new phase. Tragically, everything changed on July 7, 2013, during a live performance in Campinas, São Paulo. While performing before a crowd of thousands, Daleste was struck by a gunshot fired from outside the venue. Chaos erupted as audience members realized something was wrong. He was rushed to a hospital, but despite emergency medical treatment, he died shortly afterward at just 20 years old. The shocking incident received widespread media coverage throughout Brazil. fans mourned the loss of a young artist whose future seemed limitless. His death sparked discussions about violence, public safety, and the risks faced by performers in certain environments. Although his life was tragically short, MC Dallestay's influence remains significant. His music continues to attract listeners, and many fans still remember the energy and authenticity that made him special. More than a decade later, his story serves as a heartbreaking reminder of a promising career cut short before reaching its full potential. Proof. Born Deshaun Holton in Detroit, Michigan in 1973 was far more than a rapper. He was a mentor, leader, and one of the most respected figures in Detroit's hip-hop community. Best known as a founding member of the rap group D12, Proof played a crucial role in helping shape the careers of several artists, including his close friend Eminem. Long before international fame arrived, he was already recognized as a talented lyricist with a reputation for supporting emerging performers throughout the city's underground music scene. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Proof became known for his sharp freestyle skills and commanding stage presence. His contributions to D12 helped the group achieve major commercial success, with albums selling millions of copies worldwide. Despite fame, he remained deeply connected to Detroit and frequently appeared at local clubs and events. Fans appreciated his authenticity, generosity, and commitment to the culture that helped launch his career. On April 11, 2006, tragedy struck during an incident at the CCC nightclub in Detroit. Following an altercation inside the venue, gunfire erupted. Proof was critically wounded and later died at the age of 32. The shocking news spread rapidly through the music industry and devastated fans around the world. Although his death did not occur during a performance, it happened while he was actively involved in Detroit's nightlife and music community. Tributes poured in from artists across hip-hop. Eminem described the loss as one of the most painful moments of his life. Many fellow musicians remembered Proof not only for his talent but also for his loyalty and leadership. Today, Proof remains an important figure in hip-hop history. His influence extends beyond recordings and performances. He helped build a musical movement, supported countless artists, and left a lasting mark on Detroit culture. Though his life ended far too soon, his legacy continues to inspire new generations of rappers and music fans alike. Papa Wemba was more than a musician. He was a cultural icon whose influence stretched far beyond the borders of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Born Jules Shungu Wembadio Pene Kikumba in 1949, he became one of Africa's most celebrated performers through a career that spanned nearly 5 decades. Known as the King of Rumba Rock, Wemba helped popularize Congolese music around the world while also becoming a leading figure in the fashion movement known as La Sape. His charismatic stage presence, distinctive voice, and ability to blend traditional African rhythms with modern sounds made him a beloved figure across multiple generations. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Papa Wemba built an enormous following through groups such as Viva la Musica and a string of successful solo projects. His concerts regularly attracted thousands of fans eager to witness his electrifying performances. More than just an entertainer, he became a symbol of African creativity and cultural pride. Younger artists often viewed him as a mentor whose influence shaped the direction of modern African music. Even in his 60s, Wemba remained committed to performing. On April 24, 2016, he appeared at the FMUA Music Festival in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. As he performed before a packed audience, tragedy struck. In the middle of his set, he suddenly collapsed on stage. Emergency personnel rushed to assist him, but despite efforts to save his life, he passed away at the age of 66. The shocking moment was witnessed by thousands of fans and quickly made international headlines. Tributes poured in from political leaders, musicians, and admirers across Africa and beyond. Many described his death as the loss of one of the continent's greatest cultural ambassadors. Today, Papa Wemba's music continues to inspire audiences worldwide. His extraordinary career helped introduce African music to new listeners and created a legacy that remains alive through generations of performers who followed in his footsteps. Jam Master Jay. Jam Master Jay helped transform hip-hop from a local movement into a global phenomenon. Born Jason Mizell in Brooklyn, New York, in 1965, he became famous as the DJ of the legendary rap group Run DMC. Alongside Joseph Run Simmons and Daryl DMC McDaniels, he played a crucial role in shaping the sound and image of modern hip-hop. During the 1980s, Run DMC broke barriers, achieved mainstream success, and introduced rap music to audiences around the world. Unlike many DJs who remained in the background, Jam Master Jay became an essential part of the group's identity. His scratching skills, stage presence, and musical creativity helped define classic songs such as It's Tricky Walk This Way and King of Rock. As hip-hop continued growing, Jay also dedicated himself to mentoring younger artists. He established a recording studio and worked tirelessly to support emerging talent. Even after Run DMC's peak commercial years, Jay remained deeply involved in the music industry. Friends and colleagues often described him as generous, approachable, and committed to helping others succeed. His influence extended far beyond his own recordings. Tragically, on October 30th, 2002, Jay was inside his recording studio in Queens, New York, when he was fatally shot. He was only 37 years old. The shocking murder stunned the music world and left fans searching for answers. Because he had earned widespread respect throughout the industry, many struggled to understand how such a beloved figure could meet such a violent end. His death marked one of hip-hop's most heartbreaking losses. Tributes arrived from artists across multiple generations, all acknowledging his role in building the culture. More than 2 decades later, Jam Master Jay remains one of the most influential DJs in music history. His contributions helped establish hip-hop as a worldwide force, and his legacy continues to inspire artists and fans around the globe. Pedro Henrique. Pedro Henrique's story is one of faith dedication and a life devoted to music. Born in Brazil in 1993, he became known as a talented gospel singer whose powerful voice and heartfelt performances resonated deeply with Christian audiences. Over time, he built a loyal following through recordings, live appearances, and worship events. Fans admired not only his vocal ability, but also the sincerity he brought to every performance. As his popularity grew, Pedro became a respected figure within Brazil's contemporary gospel community. His songs often focused on hope, faith, perseverance, and spiritual encouragement. Whether performing in churches, concerts, or religious gatherings, he consistently demonstrated a genuine connection with audiences. Many supporters felt that his music carried a message that extended beyond entertainment. By late 2023, Pedro Henrique was continuing to expand his ministry through music. On December 13, 2023, he was performing at a religious event in Feira de Santana, Bahia. The atmosphere was uplifting as he sang before a congregation gathered for worship. During the performance, however, something unexpected happened. Pedro suddenly collapsed on stage in front of the audience. Emergency responders acted quickly, but despite medical efforts, he passed away at the age of 30. Reports later indicated that he suffered a massive heart attack. The shocking incident spread rapidly across Brazil, leaving fans, fellow musicians, and church communities in disbelief. Tributes poured in from across the country as people reflected on his kindness, faith, and dedication. Many found comfort in remembering that his final moments were spent sharing the music and message he loved most. Although his life ended far too soon, Pedro Henrique's impact continues through the songs he recorded and the lives he touched. His story remains a powerful reminder of how quickly life can change and how deeply one person's faith and talent can inspire countless others. Big L. Big L remains one of the most respected lyricists in hip-hop history despite a career that was tragically short. Born Lamont Coleman in Harlem, New York in 1974, he developed a reputation for extraordinary wordplay, sharp punchlines and unmatched freestyle ability. During the early 1990s, he emerged as one of the most promising talents in East Coast rap, earning admiration from fans and fellow artists alike. His debut album, Lifestyle is Off the Poor and Dangerous, showcased a lyrical style that many considered years ahead of its time. While commercial success came slowly, his influence within underground hip-hop grew rapidly. Artists and critics frequently praised his technical skill and creativity. Many believed he was destined to become one of the genre's biggest stars. Big L remained deeply connected to Harlem and continued developing his music throughout the late 1990s. Industry insiders often spoke about his enormous potential and the opportunities that seemed just around the corner. His future appeared incredibly bright. Everything changed on February 15, 1999. While in his Harlem neighborhood, Big L was shot multiple times during an incident that shocked the local community. He died at only 24 years old. The tragedy ended one of hip-hop's most promising careers before it had fully reached its peak. News of his death devastated fans and fellow musicians. Many artists later cited him as a major influence on their own careers. Although he never achieved the commercial fame some of his peers enjoyed during his lifetime, his reputation continued growing after his passing. Today, Big L is remembered as one of rap's greatest lyricists. His recordings remain highly respected and younger generations continue discovering his music. While his life was brief, his influence on hip-hop culture has endured for decades, proving that artistic greatness is not measured by longevity alone. Valencia Prime. Valencia Prime became a beloved figure within Philadelphia's entertainment community through his passion, charisma, and dedication to performance. Known for his vibrant personality and strong connection with audiences, he built a reputation as a talented singer and entertainer who brought joy to countless events. Whether appearing at clubs, festivals, or community gatherings, Prime consistently delivered performances filled with enthusiasm and warmth. Music was more than a profession for him. It was a way to connect with people and create memorable experiences. Friends and fans often described him as someone who genuinely loved performing. His ability to engage audiences helped him develop a loyal following throughout the region. On September 24, 2022, Prime was performing at a karaoke event in Philadelphia. The atmosphere was lively and the audience was enjoying the show. As he sang before the crowd, he suddenly collapsed. Witnesses were stunned as emergency personnel rushed to help. Despite immediate medical attention, Prime passed away at the age of 48. Reports later indicated that he suffered a heart-related medical emergency. The heartbreaking incident quickly spread through local and national media, leaving supporters shocked and saddened. Many people reflected on the fact that his final moments occurred while doing what he loved most. Tributes highlighted not only his talent but also his kindness, generosity, and positive impact on those around him. Friends remembered him as someone who brought energy and encouragement wherever he went. Although his life ended unexpectedly, Valencia Prime left behind a legacy of joy and community spirit. His story reminds us of the powerful connection between performers and audiences and the lasting memories that can be created through music. Mikey Dread. Mikey Dread played a major role in shaping modern reggae music. Born Michael Campbell in Jamaica in 1954, he first gained recognition as a radio broadcaster before becoming a successful musician and producer. His innovative approach to reggae and dub helped introduce Jamaican music to international audiences, while his collaborations with artists such as The Clash expanded his influence far beyond the Caribbean. During the 1970s and 1980s, Dredd became known for his creativity and willingness to experiment with sound. His radio programs were hugely popular, and his recordings earned respect from both reggae purists and younger listeners seeking something fresh. As a producer, he helped develop numerous artists while continuing to build his own career. Unlike many performers who fade from public view, Mikey Dredd remained active throughout his life. He continued recording, touring, and promoting reggae music around the world. Fans appreciated his authenticity and commitment to preserving the genre's cultural roots. In 2008, tragedy struck when Dredd was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Despite medical treatment, his condition gradually worsened. On March 15, 2008, he passed away at the age of 54. The news deeply affected the reggae community, where he was widely regarded as a pioneer and innovator. Tributes came from fellow musicians, producers, and fans who recognized his enormous contribution to music. Many credited him with helping reggae reach audiences that might never have discovered it otherwise. Today, Mikey Dredd's influence can still be heard in reggae dub and even alternative music. His dedication to creativity and cultural expression helped shape generations of artists. Though he is gone, the sounds he created and the doors he opened continue to inspire musicians around the world. Thomas Papa D. Allen. Thomas Papa D. Allen earned his place in music history as one of the driving forces behind the legendary funk band War. Born in Wilmington, Delaware in 1931, Allen developed a passion for rhythm at an early age and eventually became known for his energetic percussion work. During the 1970s, War achieved enormous success with classic hits such as Low Rider, Why Can't We Be Friends, and The Cisco Kid. The group's unique blend of funk, soul, Latin influences, jazz and rock helped them become one of the most influential bands of their era. Among the group's members, Papa D stood out for his infectious enthusiasm and stage presence. Whether performing before thousands of fans or recording in the studio, he brought a level of energy that helped define War's sound. Audiences loved his ability to connect with the crowd, and fellow musicians admired his dedication to live performance. Music was not simply a career for Allen, it was the center of his life. Even after years of success, he remained committed to touring and entertaining audiences. On August 30, 1988, War was performing in Solana Beach, California, when tragedy struck. During the concert, Allen suddenly collapsed on stage. Emergency medical personnel rushed to assist him, but despite their efforts, he passed away at the age of 58 after suffering a heart attack. Fans were devastated by the news. The fact that he died while performing made the loss even more emotional for those who had followed his career. Many viewed it as the passing of an artist who remained devoted to music until his very last moments. Today, Papa D. Allen is remembered not only as a talented percussionist, but also as a performer whose passion never faded. His contributions helped shape one of the most successful funk bands in history, and his legacy continues through the timeless music he helped create. Juan Carlos Formel. Juan Carlos Formel carried the weight of a remarkable musical legacy while creating one of his own. Born in Havana, Cuba in 1974, he was the son of Juan Formel, founder of the iconic Cuban group Los Juan Juan. Growing up surrounded by music, Formel developed exceptional skills as a bassist, composer, arranger, and performer. Rather than relying solely on his family name, he worked tirelessly to establish his own identity within Cuba's vibrant music scene. Throughout his career, Formel blended traditional Cuban styles with jazz, contemporary arrangements, and innovative musical ideas. His work earned admiration from critics and fellow musicians who recognized both his technical talent and artistic vision. Audiences appreciated his ability to honor Cuban musical traditions while pushing them in new directions. As the years passed, he became increasingly respected as a creative force capable of connecting generations through music. Concert performances showcased not only his skill as a musician, but also his deep love for the art form. Those who worked with him often described him as humble, dedicated, and passionate about preserving Cuban culture. Tragically, on May 1, 2014, Formel was performing in New York City when he suddenly collapsed backstage following an appearance. Despite receiving medical attention, he passed away at the age of 40. Reports indicated that he suffered a cardiac event. The news stunned the Latin music community and left fans mourning the loss of an artist whose career still had tremendous potential ahead of it. Tributes quickly arrived from across Cuba and beyond. Musicians praised his creativity while fans remembered his warmth and dedication to performance. Many noted that he spent his final hours doing what he loved most, sharing music with others. Today, Juan Carlos Formel remains a respected figure in Cuban music. Though his life was cut tragically short, his contributions continue to inspire musicians who seek to balance tradition and innovation in their own artistic journeys. Dollar, born Roderick Anthony Burton II in Chicago in 1987 and raised primarily in Atlanta, appeared destined for major success in the hip-hop industry. Blessed with charisma, ambition, and natural talent, he quickly attracted attention from record executives and established artists. His energetic style and confident delivery helped him stand out in a crowded music scene, leading to opportunities that many young performers only dreamed of achieving. By the late 2000s, Dollar had signed with major labels and was building momentum toward mainstream recognition. Songs such as "Who the F Are Is That?" introduced him to a growing audience, while industry insiders predicted a bright future. He toured, recorded extensively, and developed a reputation as one of hip-hop's most promising rising stars. Unlike artists who spent years struggling for attention, Dollar appeared to be on the verge of a breakthrough. His career was gaining momentum, and fans eagerly awaited what seemed certain to be a successful future. Unfortunately, fate had different plans. On May 18, 2009, while visiting Los Angeles after a performance engagement, Dollar became involved in an altercation at a shopping center. During the incident, he was shot and later died from his injuries at just 21 years old. The shocking tragedy ended a promising career before it truly had the chance to flourish. The news devastated friends, family members, and supporters who believed he possessed enormous potential. Fellow artists expressed sadness that such a young talent had been lost so suddenly. Many reflected on how quickly success can disappear and how fragile life can be. Today, Dollar is remembered as one of hip-hop's great what-if stories. Although his time in the spotlight was brief, his music and ambition left a lasting impression on those who followed his journey. His story remains a reminder of unrealized potential and a future that never had the opportunity to fully unfold. Colonel Bruce Hampton. Colonel Bruce Hampton spent decades building a reputation as one of America's most unconventional and respected musicians. Born in Knoxville, Tennessee in 1947, Hampton became known for blending rock, blues, jazz improvisation, and experimental sounds into performances unlike anything audiences had experienced before. He was admired not only for his musical talent, but also for his willingness to challenge conventions and encourage artistic freedom. Throughout the 1970s and beyond, Hampton cultivated a loyal following among musicians and fans who appreciated his originality. While he never pursued mainstream fame aggressively, his influence reached far beyond commercial success. Many respected artists viewed him as a mentor whose creativity inspired generations of performers. Live performance was at the heart of Hampton's career. He believed music should be spontaneous and unpredictable, and audiences often attended his concerts knowing that anything could happen. Even as he entered his 70s, he continued appearing on stage with the same enthusiasm that had defined his younger years. On May 1, 2017, Hampton participated in a special concert celebrating his 71st birthday in Atlanta, Georgia. The event featured numerous musicians who had gathered to honor his contributions to music. During the performance, Hampton suddenly collapsed on stage. At first, some audience members believed it was part of the show because of his unpredictable style. Unfortunately, it soon became clear that something was wrong. Medical personnel responded immediately, but Hampton passed away that evening at the age of 70. The heartbreaking moment occurred in front of many of the friends and fans who had come together to celebrate his life and career. Though tragic, there was a certain symbolism in the fact that Hampton's final moments occurred during a musical performance surrounded by people who admired him. Today, he is remembered as a fearless artist who remained devoted to creativity until the very end. Selwyn Baptiste played a crucial role in transforming Caribbean culture into a global celebration. Born in Trinidad and Tobago in 1937, he became one of the most influential figures in the history of Carnival outside the Caribbean. After moving to the United Kingdom, Baptiste dedicated himself to promoting Caribbean traditions and creating opportunities for communities to celebrate their heritage. His greatest achievement came through his involvement in developing the Notting Hill Carnival in London. What began as a community event eventually grew into one of the largest street festivals in the world, attracting millions of visitors. Baptiste's leadership, vision, and dedication helped turn the event into a powerful symbol of cultural pride, diversity, and unity. For decades, he worked tirelessly to support artists, musicians, performers, and community organizations. Many credited him with helping preserve Caribbean culture for future generations while introducing it to broader international audiences. His influence extended far beyond event planning. He became a respected cultural ambassador. Even in his later years, Baptiste remained active in public life and continued supporting cultural celebrations. In 2022, while participating in carnival-related activities and community engagements, his health declined. He passed away at the age of 85, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy. The news prompted tributes from political leaders, cultural organizations, and countless individuals whose lives he had touched. Many described him as one of the most important architects of modern Caribbean cultural expression in Britain. Today, Selwyn Baptiste's influence remains visible every year when millions gather to celebrate carnival traditions. His life's work demonstrated the power of culture to bring people together across generations and backgrounds. Though he is gone, the vibrant celebrations he helped build continue to honor his vision and ensure that his legacy endures. As we've seen, these stories are far more than headlines about sudden loss. From Papa Wemba collapsing before thousands of fans, to Pedro Enrique singing his final song, to Colonel Bruce Hampton celebrating his 75th birthday on stage, each of these remarkable figures spent their last moments doing what they loved most. Their passion never faded, even in the final chapter of their lives. But which story affected you the most? Was it the legendary career of Papa Wemba, the heartbreaking loss of Costa Titch, or the unforgettable final performance of Fatman Scoop? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Golden Black Legends for more powerful stories that honor the lives, legacies, and unforgettable moments of Black icons throughout history.